activity, share, how to access. Settings. Oh. Hi, everybody. Good morning. How's everyone doing?
Good, good.
Excellent. Sorry, I gave it a minute or two just to just to allow everybody a chance to join, so it wasn't just pinging my. There, it's still going.
We're having salad for dinner because we have this big thing of salad.
I have to
Make a
keep.
big, huge, nice salad for us. Lots of greens.
Okay.
You know, water would be better for your acne.
My acne's already going down.
Mute. Sorry, Brooke. Right. Okay. So, want to give you an so this new neighborhood expert program that we've launched is designed around hyperlocal lead generation. So, I'm just going to sit here and keep admitting people in. No. So the goal here is to assign a set of neighborhoods, so not focusing on an entire city, but focusing on a community of maybe 1,200 homes, something in that region, that's then broken down into a series of actual neighborhoods within there. So I think a good example is like, maybe everybody could relate to Disney, where they have Golden Oak, and then within there's several neighborhoods which encompass everything from, I think it's the Four Seasons, to a few other developments that they've got with a country club and things like that that make up the community as a whole. Obviously focusing on neighborhoods, there's not that much news and excitement going on, but within the community as a whole, there's a bit more to talk about. So hierarchically, that's a word, Google likes structure. So starting off at the lowest level with a set of, and I signed up to 6 neighborhoods per person, 6 neighborhoods, all of the listing data, market reports, things going on in those neighborhoods, and then up to the next level of the community. So I'm going to just give you an example here of a winter garden that we broke into 6 areas. So the sponsoring agent, as a is that Greg?
What was the score of the Chicago-Dallas basketball game last night?
The Bulls were beaten by the Mavericks yesterday. The final score was 149 to 128.
Sorry, who is that? That needs muting. So sponsored agent, and positioning that agent as the neighborhood expert. So within Google search, within all the social channels that I'll get into in a minute. So this particular agent or the sponsoring agent for that area is receiving all leads that are coming through from that area. Every site's got market reports built into it, so clients or prospects can sign up. Anybody within the neighborhood can sign up here, so they'll receive a market report on the first day of every month via email. They can obviously check back on the website at any point, but they'll get that email update directly from the agent on the first day of every month. So there's a reason to stay in touch there. A lot of useful information within the market reports from average prices that have sold, sale to list price, days on market, and the current inventory that exists. Medium price as it's trended over the last 6 months. So anybody that has bought a house in the area useful information. They can kind of track the value or the averages across there as well. Whether they're trending list price to sale price and the amount of inventory that's on the market right now in the neighborhood. Now, how that is trending. Sold listings, everything within that community that's sold. Anytime somebody clicks on one of these properties from viewing the market report as well, they're going to get asked for their information. So before they can actually view, is it set to 3? They can do a little bit of looking around, I think. So this is set at the moment. Might be the 3rd. So I can view a couple. Yeah, maybe it's not. Oh, sorry, it's because I'm logged in. When somebody goes to view one of the properties, they're going to get hit with a lead capture form that'll ask them for their information. If we don't already know that person, if they've already signed up before, there's a cookie saved on their computer, and it'll just let them browse whatever they want to see. On the back end, though, you as the agent, anybody that you've subscribed to this, you can see within your portal what that person has looked at. So anybody that has subscribed, if they're poking around on the site, returning visitor, etc., within their profile, you can see everything that person has looked at. So right within your dashboard, you can see here that I've literally just this is California time, but these are the listings I was just clicking on. Because I'm logged in, it's not asking me for my information, but you can see every interaction that I've had on the website since I've been there. So it gives you a good sort of over-the-shoulder look into what's going on. Finally, and this is sort of the big SEO play, is the content production. So there's blog posts being published to the website about the local area. There are these then have, let's see here, I've got to take one of these blog posts, for example. We then embed listings even into find one of them, which one most expensive home, maybe this one. We embed listings into the blog posts as well. So anytime somebody comes across something that's been listed, something by some kind of search that they've been doing, then there's always, we're going to put listings in there, because at any point they click on one of them, it's going to ask them for their information. So searches like most expensive house in Reunion Resorts. So as you see here, we're ranked #1. I mean, it's not a high intent search there, but through a combination of tens to hundreds to potentially thousands of blog posts on all sorts of different topics, we're ranking top of Google for all sorts of eventuality of searches, just sort of following market trends and people being nosy in the neighborhood. Any excuse that we can, if they want to actually in that search that we just did there, or was that one the most expensive home in Reunion Resort? This particular, so within here, we went to the extent of, so we took the listing video, some other bits that a nosy neighbor might be interested in, and then we listed the 12 most expensive homes for sale in Reunion Resort as well. Doesn't necessarily mean that this person's going to buy the most expensive home, but they're looking at real estate in the area, so we're going to grab their information as soon as they click on one of these. So all roads just lead back to some sort of lead capture mechanism that we've got in place there. See here, included in included in the neighborhood website, we've got the homepage, and it's all customizable. So if there's any, as we go along, we can add, change. We'll continue to add some functionality to that. Home search function, so they can search every home that's available. This particular site set up for Winter Garden as a demonstration, but this is all homes for sale in Winter Garden. They can get out to other areas as well, but they'll still be tied to you if they've come in through your agent website. Neighborhoods will take the 6 areas that you've chosen within the community and break those down into smaller neighborhoods with detail, video, blog posts for each one of those. And then on the seller side of things for lead capture, this does actually work nationwide, but they can put their address in. They can put their address in, and it'll pull them an instant home valuation. It'll send you the lead for the home valuation as well. And then all of the contact forms, again, they go back to the sponsoring agent, and you can customize your contact details and so forth. And then the contact form will just send you an email. So a comprehensive setup that runs within the Easy Realty website framework and our SEO framework. All of the Google's ranking all of our SEO at somewhere, with a green somewhere between 92. This was rushed this morning, this particular page, somewhere between 92 and 100%. There, as you've seen with the this blog post, we're ranking #1, across the board for keywords that we've determined that we want to rank for. So every single blog post has an intent, whether it's immediate or medium term or long term, to how we structure and when we publish the content. However, in addition to just publishing content to the website, for each one of these sites, we're setting up local social media accounts as well. So for example, Winter Garden will have a Facebook, a LinkedIn, a Twitter or X, an Instagram, and each one of those will publish like this. Every blog post that comes out of there, they're getting published to Instagram, they're getting published to, as I say, LinkedIn, for the specific community page, as well as across the main page. And then that blog content will get recycled and recycled as recycled. We can also publish that to your own social media accounts as well, if you want to link those up, so that you've got content going out to your own social media accounts from your neighborhood expert site as well. So that's kind of the rundown on kind of how the concept works and how it performs. I'd sent out just before this meeting a summary, as well as sort of the subscription agreements and details on that. So very simply, the sponsorship fee is $250 a year. The maintenance or management fee is $25 a month to month. The first 3 months are free or waived, just as we ramp up to some production. And then any leads that come in through the site, there's a 25% referral fee on that particular person. Any ancillary business that you get from it, so if it's a listing and you're holding it open and you've got buyers and so forth, or whatever, then that's all yours. It's just the person's name that came through the website that we're attaching as a customer, and the 25% fee off the gross commission. That covers all of the ongoing SEO work, all of the blog posts, all of the social media stuff. So it's a done for you package. we're really earning that. We're really earning that 25% to put everything together and just handle all of the marketing and just put buyer leads or seller leads in front of you to close. So that's the ins and the outs. Anybody got any questions? Brooke? Oh, looks like you're
Hi,
muted.
yes.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
Great. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yeah, so my question was when you on the papers that I reviewed through the email, it listed, where you could add 6 neighborhoods. And how are we
Yes.
defining a neighborhood, as in like the name of a community, Crescent Lake, or would that be the zip code 33701, for example?
I think the answer to that is it differs in every area. Kind of what makes sense for we want to think in terms of the clients and how a resident of the area would consider it broken up. In terms of Winter Garden here, as we've had it, it's Winter Garden as a whole, and then sort of historic downtown, East Winter Garden, the certain communities, South. A particular development and or a couple of particular developments that sort of break it into sort of central, east, west, or whatever.
So we're going to have to look at that for each thing. So on our list, when we submit our preferred 6 locations, we should maybe do zip code and like the name or the direction.
Yeah, or if you, I mean, for an easy way to break it up. In fact, how I pulled this Winter Garden one was I just asked Copilot, ChatGPT, to if I take this area, somebody want to, so should we say like Lakeland, Florida? So if I was to say, how do I break Lakeland, Florida up into 6 different communities? Right, so like this. Somebody else is trying. Come on. So here it's downtown Lakeland, South Lakeland. So I mean, this is how I've been sort of, and as you can see here, it's suggested some zip codes and whatever. If you give me the master community, right, or the master area, I can give you some idea on, or you can run a search very similar just to get some idea on how you might break that up. But as a cursory search, this is how I've addressed it, unless there's nuanced areas to the downtown of an actual city, where it's sort of block by block or midtown or this or that. But again, we want to try and keep it focused to about 1,500 homes, so that we get the benefit of near me searches for every eventuality. If we get if we get hyper local and really just focus on about 1,500 homes thereabouts, then it can be a part of town, it could be a zip code. How would you break it? How do you focus on the neighborhoods? Not 6 communities. We want 1 community and 6 neighborhoods, and we can expand out from there. But the more, I use an example of one of the best clients of my marketing agency is in East Sacramento in California, and there are 1,200 homes in East Sacramento, and they all trade between about 2 and 4 million, and they change hands every 7 years. So just for round numbers, if I said those 1,200 homes changed hands every 10 years, that's 120 sales every year. This guy does like 70. at an average of 3 million apiece, just from farming an area of 1,200 homes. Grant, he does a lot of door knocking. He has the nextdoor.com. He does hyperlocal in terms of website with the social media and everything else. But just working those 1,200 homes, he literally pulls 70 sales a year out of it. He's really a case study in hyperlocal. And how to make that work. You don't, the further out that you zoom, the more competition that you've got, the less the less focus that you have. If you really get to be, we want you to be the go-to neighborhood expert, the person that's recommended, that who's the best real estate agent in this area. Boom, our sponsored agent is the one that's known for that. All of the blog content, all of the frequently asked questions that are included in all of our publishing here, all of the social media stuff. We're feeding the LLMs, the AI's breadcrumbs, so they pick up. If somebody says, "I've got a house in wherever, right, downtown Winter Garden at 123 Main Street. What's it worth, and who would be the best agent to sell it?" We want you as the we want a number spat out and a referral for this agent with Easy Realty specializes in selling homes between 1.2 and 1.4 million dollars in downtown Winter Garden. This is the person that you should call. That's the kind of warm referral that you want from an AI that'll pretty much guarantee you the listing. As well as somebody coming across you through various searches to where we've got enough information published about the local area, things going on, enough email follow-up, market reports, data, all of this factual stuff that yes, that's useful, more so than hey, you need to change your clocks this weekend.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Hey, Stu, hi, it's
Hey, Lori.
Lori. I just wanted a quick clarification. I think that you answered a lot of what you just said just now. So when we're looking at these communities, we should also be looking at about 1,500 homes. The reason I just want clarity is because, and I understand that you just use this as an example, but you're not saying that one agent would have all of Winter Garden broken down into 6 neighborhoods like that, are you?
No, no, I'm saying
because Winter Garden is
a
right.
massive
Thousands
city.
and thousands and thousands and right. So
yeah. This was just a, as I say, I've just used this as an example here. But we would take sort of the person in like the historic downtown, or trying to think. Golden Oak is the Disney one. I think as far as the ones I've looked at was the sort of easiest to define, whereby there was about 6 communities, literally, within Golden Oak and at Disney, and one of them was 4 Seasons, one of them was something else, and there was at any given time there's probably 15 homes for sale in that entire area, but a lot of traffic and a lot of people looking within the market. So literally, if we were to draw it on a map, we want somewhere, an area of town that's got about 1,500 homes in it.
All right, yeah, because I was thinking that the idea was sort of like, I know this sounds a little bit old-fashioned, but I hear people are having very good results with it. But the idea would be, like, to me, we have so many subdivisions here, right? That and a lot of our subdivisions have 800 to 1,000 homes in one subdivision. Right.
Yeah.
So I was thinking for myself about 2 subdivisions that sit side by side, but I was thinking from the frame of reference that if I wanted to be old fashioned and if it wasn't too hot outside, that the idea would be with hyper local is that you could actually knock on doors, right? Like the old fashioned idea.
It's exactly, we call this digital farming, right? So what you may have heard before, sorry, not just you, Laura, I'm talking to everybody. What you may have heard before, is farming, and that would be an area that you can plow. And literally, like Laurie's saying, is an area you could walk as well. So you want to be known in the community. It's not just all online. A lot of this is building out your personal brand as well, so that you're seen. They see you everywhere on the web. You come up in searches, they're getting your email, but then you're recognizable as well, and they can see you across a park, a parking lot, or a school gymnasium, and they know that that's what you do, and they've seen you elsewhere, so it bolsters your personal brand, which is more important than ever right now. You can pay for leads, but they come in when they come in. There isn't sort of market statistics on that. Your personal brand ensures that you've got a level of consistency, because like the clients of ours in Sacramento, for example, we know that about 120 houses exchange every year. So we know what his market share is, and we know what the market potential is as well. And then it's a case of, I need to make sure I'm in front of these people as much as possible so that I'm given that much business, and I need to create this level of credibility, the expertise, authority, and trustworthiness to where Google recommends me, ChatGPT recommends me, and people in the community recommend me as well. Or they'll forward the market reports around, forward blog posts around, subscribe to the follow the Facebook channels, groups, things like this. So your participation is important as well, in order to make your personal brand a success. But like Laurie's saying, yes, ideally, it would be great if you could also get out, within those local, within that local area, and participate in some stuff as well. If door knocking's not your thing, that's okay. But certainly everything else that goes on, from helping coordinate estate sales to to other to other things that maybe go on at the local schools and so forth. Anyone else? Nope. Okay. Well, thanks for your time. If you anything.
Oh, sorry.
Real
quick.
No, that's okay. Yep.
How fast will this be rolling out? If we got you this paperwork back today, how fast will this project be rolling out?
We're literally trying for 7 days.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, guys, if you have any other questions, just ping me in Slack, and hope you all have a great week.
Thanks. Have a good
Thanks.
one.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.